Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be showing you these two fans. So basically what I've done with this one on the left here is basically I was given this fan and it had a seized up motor and it didn't run at all. And what I've done with it is basically I was given it I think back in maybe 2011 or 2012 and maybe 2013 or 2014. But this thing has been sitting in my garage, not at all getting service, for a very long time. So today we're finally gonna show you the full run-up after I fixed it. Sadly, we did lose the low speed. I plugged it in, I tried to run it, and it just it moved a bit, made a few sparks, and then died. And that's sad, but we have the high speed still. So the thing still runs, and that's good. I couldn't have done much about that. Especially being that I don't know how to rewind motors. So I did all I could. But basically the thing still runs on the high speed. And the camera is going to get a lot of noise, so I'm probably going to move it once I start it up. Okay, excuse me, I just bumped it. But here's the fan, and here we go on high. As you can tell, the thing is running, and I'm not getting shocked, and it's relatively smooth, and it's working. So now we're going to turn it off. And now, this fan will be the center of attention. So I got this fan maybe a few years after I got the other one, in like maybe I think I maybe got it in 2016, 2017, maybe 2018. I found it at a flea market thing, got the thing for $10, and it runs pretty much perfectly. So, here you go. Here's low. As you can tell, this is a pretty good fan. I like this one a lot, and it runs very smoothly. And now we're gonna put it on high. That little buzzing you're hearing is the grommet in the fan. And I can't seem to make it be quiet. That's why I don't really use the thing on high that much. I really only run it on low. Yeah, now we'll run both of them if it doesn't blow the fuse. And I can just say there's a lot of air over here. Woohoo! Alright, let's turn that off. And now I'll show you the backs of both of them. Okay, I'm going to try and speak maybe once the thing has stopped moving. Okay, so now I'll show you the backs of both of the fans. So give me a second to spin them around. I haven't put the crate, this little piece back on that one yet. Yeah, this motor seems to get really, really hot pretty quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if it was because, you know, it's an older motor and it's just generally not as efficient as the one on the right. But, yeah, the condition of this one on the right here is nearly perfect. So now here's what we'll do is we'll fire them up from the back, and then you can maybe get to hear a startup sound. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a rubbing noise in that one. Okay, I'll start this one back. So yeah. Now I'll take the camera off the tripod, give you a closer look at both of these fans. Oh, and here, I'll give you a sound of that buzzing, or that rubbing noise. Yeah. So there they both are in their glory. I can't believe I actually managed to fix this thing and it actually runs now. But this thing was in disrepair when I got it. The motor was completely seized. These are all the original parts from this fan, except maybe a few things like the blade isn't original to the fan. I'll show you the original blade probably in a different video. I'll put the camera back on the tripod now. I should probably find a way to fix that grommet. See that one? This one's pretty much stuck on there. I can't really seem to get that one to turn. Have to take some WD-40 to it, and I don't want to do that right now. Especially because the thing works pretty much perfectly. I'll do one more run-up of the gray one. You can tell that blade is a little bit off balanced. But basically here, I'll give you a whole story on these two fans. So basically, originally I had 3 of these all-purposes. But I kind of combined the third one, which had a burnt-out motor, so that one was kind of screwed. But this one isn't burnt out, and it actually runs. But yeah, this thing is old, man. This fan is probably 60 years old. Actually, probably 70 years old. This thing is made probably from the 1950s. The one on the next to it, or actually it wouldn't be made from the 1950s, because I think they started making these things in like the 60s. That would still make it like, oh my god, it's still really old. But this one over here is from after 1974. Because they stopped making them in that color, I'm pretty sure, after 1974. And also you can tell because of the plate on the back. If the plate on the back is doesn't have any color, if it's just a GE symbol and it's chrome, then it's from after 1974. If it has color like this one's, which is in the garage, that one, the little thing that goes, the cap that goes on the back of the motor is in the garage right now. But basically, you can color code those and tell how old your fan is just by doing that. And this one happens to be older than the one on the right. But yeah, basically, this thing, you can see, it's a lot more worn. You can tell also, just look at that paint. Look in there. Do you see how dirty this thing is? I tried my best to clean it, but it didn't want to come too clean. Now let's look at the paint on this thing. Look at how there's dust on there, but like, look at how clean it is. I'm going to try the camera off the tripod again. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all that dirt in there. This fan is in pretty good condition from when I got it. But this thing is in so much better condition. Like, look at that. It's literally almost perfect. There's a little bit of paint scratches on the side of the base, which is normal. And there's some rust. But, like, this fan is pretty old. Both of these are pretty old. And this one's holding up really, really well. And even though it may have those slight imperfections in it, it's still a pretty good quality fan. Oh, and yeah, also, yeah, you may note that I don't have a fourth screw. Yeah, I couldn't find a fourth one, okay? Deal with it. So what I did was I used that little, you'll see that little thing on the switch there? The little ring? I used that to hold that side of the grill on. Yeah. I'll do one more run up of that fan, and then we're gonna end the video. I just think it'll make a decent shop fan. But yeah, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. And I hope you enjoyed.